Welcome back to part 2 of tonight's episode of Blaze in the Dark.
Do you want us to say that with you? Because you looked at us like,
oh no,
Blaze in the Dark.
Like the Blackwater
Exchange.
Exchange.
We're all going to say it at the same time.
I'll say one word.
The Blackwater Exchange.
Yeah, let's not do that. No. It's just how I
We'll look like twins.
like to,
Okay.
puncture in my words sometimes. Just have really weird pauses, like Christopher Walken. Just have really weird pauses. So yeah, welcome back to part 2. So, you guys have decided for tonight's score you were going to wait a few days for the Deathland Scavengers to return, meet them in Night Market, and basically help smuggle the stuff in. It's that simple. They've got 8 times the amount of normal 8 times the normal size, and part of the worry was we can't smuggle that much in. You've paid them free coin as a sign of goodwill to basically say to them, we want you to have it. We want you to get it. They need extra men. They've got the extra men. Taking the time. That's what the money's funded. But you've promised to help them get it in.
Yes.
And now the time has come. So, Night Market. We haven't really spent too much time here, so I'll give you a description of what it is.
Okay.
And for those at home. Night Market is a district dominated by commerce. In a city that is, whose identity is in its diversity, this district is very clear in what it was built for and what it does. And that is money and trade. It's situated near Gaddock Rail Station. So, Night Market receives the bulk of saleable goods from the cargo trains that travel across the Imperium, bringing the exotic and the rare to Doskvol. The citizens that call Night Market home constitute a new type of elites. They are the new money. These are wealthy people who are not of noble descent, but nevertheless claim land, status and power without titles. The power of wealth, not lineage. The district has been taken over now by new construction, introducing lavish private townhouses with all the modern advances for the elites that can afford them. And some of the notable landmarks are places like the Vale, which is a luxurious social club, well known for its confidentiality and permissive politics regarding guests of arcane or unusual origins. Roland Valaris, who is both the proprietor and the host, much like Helene at the Silver Stag, is rumoured to be a Tetrarosi with an extremely unusual manifestation of demonic blood, in that from the waist down, he has the body of a serpent. If rumours are to be believed. He's very, very rarely seen in person. That's what the rumours say. You went here earlier, Dundridge and Sons are based in Night Market. Despite the fact they've been going for over 300 years, the prices are very reasonable. But you get some excellent quality craftsmanship. There's also Vrien's Hound Racing. Master Vrien runs a hound racing around here. There's also a quite famous local tavern called the Devil's Tooth, which is known for its secret, but not secret, its open secret menu of alchemical concoctions. A lot of psychonauts and dreamwalkers and ghostwalkers and whispers come there to experiment with all kinds of drugs, mind-altering substances, or even spirit-altering in relative safety. So, that is Night Market. It's a menagerie, which I use every week, I swear, of electric lights and a riot of colours advertise the market stalls of the vendors. You'll see devout acolytes bow in silent prayer to the statues of the Night Queen, which is the district's adopted forgotten god. Quite a strong following here. The city's elite in Night Market, the new money tend to wear masks. It's a very fashionable statement, kind of like porcelain or half masks, either hide in the jaw or hide in the face, or, kind of half masks. Very like Three Musketeers, Zorro, or just a bit gothic, but it's just a statement here that they hide their features. People say it comes from business. When you're doing business, they'll wear these masks to give no sign of emotion away, because it's pure business. This new elite, these new money who didn't do things the way the nobles would. But whatever the case, whether true or not, a lot of them tend to wear masks. And as they do so, they slip into underground clubs to partake in strange pleasures. You see multi-level wooden platforms, boardwalks, you see landscaped parks of petrified trees from the Deathlands. And you see underground avenues and walkways. And you see this is why the rumours of this Black Emporium exist here, because there's all kinds going on all different stories, levels, underground, above ground. It's just a riot of colour and light, sounds and smells.
Thadeus has heard of the Black Emporium and is currently on a mission to find the Emporium.
Yes, you are. It's the best place to trade illicit and arcane goods in the city. But the dark corners are full of strange horrors.
Okay. It's like every week, isn't it?
So it sounds like all Doskvol, really.
Yeah. It's just that it's the money of Doskvol on steroids.
Yes.
That's what it is. So, guys,
Okay.
let's cut to tonight's score. What load are you taking to Gaddock Rail Station?
What do you think? Not like light, maybe?
I feel like I should take light at least. If there's any
I should go.
consulting that should be done.
Yeah.
Do you want to be more actiony?
Well, I'm probably going to have to do a bit of tinkering to create some distractions if things go wrong, basically. You know, either setting things on fire like I usually do or turning lights on and off. I mean,
If it's not fire and rats, it's not.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. There might be rats, who knows, in my new V 1.1.
I'm going to go light for full load.
I'm going to go normal.
Well, light. No light. So you look like a scoundrel. You look like a bodyguard.
Yeah.
What clothes are you wearing?
I think I'm wearing fine clothes.
Not very fine.
Not very fine.
It's fine. Okay.
I'm wearing my fine clothes.
Where are your tier 2 clothes?
Because I can wear those without using a load slot. So I will
Right.
use my fine clothes.
If they're in italic, you don't use it. Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, right.
So he's always got them.
But you're very fine, probably.
They're an asset. It's very
They're an
fine
asset,
ones
so
are an asset.
yeah, I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
use those yet.
Of course.
Because they're so valuable and so expensive.
And you know what happened to your clothes last time?
The last 3 times.
Last 3 times. It's
Yeah.
like blood everywhere all the time.
Blood everywhere. Some of them burned. I can't remember what happened to the third set. What happened to the third set? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, there was blood in the diner as well.
Yeah, blood in the diner, blood in the carriage, and burnt as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you've had them washed and dry cleaned. So, you're looking pretty well off, alright, you know. Better than average. You're looking like a typical scoundrel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what does Thadeus wear, just on a day-to-day basis when he's dressed like a scoundrel? Like, most people wear in Doskvol wear, you know, heavy scarves and hoods and cloaks because of the cold and the weather. And that's where a lot of the scoundrels kind of hide guns and knives and stuff in those heavy folds.
I'd say he wears a better version of like basically a workman. So say like if someone who works in the factories or something like that dressed up for Sunday to go to church or had like a family do or something like that, he'd wear that normally. So like maybe like a big long black sort of like trench coat or like a brown coat with like a vest underneath, or like perhaps like a knitted jumper or woolen jumper or something like that. He's obviously got a shaved head, quite tall, quite broad. So he's
when he walks down the street, the kind of coat kind of burrows a little bit, and he cuts an imposing figure.
Yeah, it's not fancy or like, you know, it's not fine clothes. It's just like well made and simple. He's a simple man.
Simple, yeah. Simple but hard working.
Yeah.
Hard wearing clothes.
Hard wearing clothes.
Okay, great, cool. So as you look like people, you know, do kind of see at the corner of their eye.
I'm a bit bulkier.
You know, there's a lot of scoundrels in Doskvol. You look like one of them. Merrick looks like a typical citizen of night market. Not one of the elite, but someone who, you know, you go, oh, that's pretty much. That makes a bit of money. Yeah. Awesome. So, now cutting to the detail, you've chosen a smuggling score tonight. Mm-hmm. And the detail you've chosen, which is details of transport, is the train. Yeah. The Gaddock Rail Station. Well, sorry, the train itself is the method of transport.
The detail for it is the route.
It's the route.
It's obviously the rails.
And you've said it far better than I could. The route is the rails. That's how you're getting it in. You're doing it how the Deathland Scavengers normally do it. So we're going to go right to the heart of the action. You get 1 die for sheer luck. Major advantages, I would say, off the top of my head. This is an open conversation. The fact that Deathland Scavengers do this, I think, is tier 1. They know what they're doing. Yeah. That's an advantage for me. They know what they're doing.
Just to be clear as well, like basically we've got the train out of the city to the first stop, got on the train, met the scavengers on the train, and then we're coming back into the city.
Go back in with the scavengers.
With the scavengers.
You got on the train, out there, met it, got off, come back on. Yeah. You know, basically you've just gone and done a loop-de-loop. Yeah. But you're not waiting at the station with the blue coach, you're already on the train when it's arriving.
Yeah.
So I mean, for many of you, I'm guessing it'll be the first time you've left Doskvol. Even if it only is like for several meters.
Well, I've been out on military duty.
Oh, you have.
I mean, I'm from Arivia, so I came here on the train. So.
First time in a long time, possibly.
A long time.
Yeah.
So just for like clarity, so we're all on the same page. Like, how do we imagine this shipment being? Is it like in big crates? Like, what's the volume of it, or is it like something we secrete on our persons? Like for you guys, what do you imagine?
So the way Deathland Scavengers have their own carriage, basically. Because a lot of these trains are... Well, some of them are just pure...
Oh, they have their own carriage on the train.
Usually, yeah. Because a lot of the trains are... Well, some of the trains, usually mixed.
Yeah.
The rich and powerful and elite will either hire private trains or have private carriages on them.
Yeah.
Some of the real rich have their own carriage and they'll just hook it up to a train.
Yeah.
But for most of them, it's you've got your first class or your private cars and your first class and your standard class, and then basically the latter half of the trains is your imports and exports. And the Deathland Scavengers will have or rent, depending on what train it is or what company they're using, a carriage or two where they just load up with gear.
Okay.
They load it up in crates and boxes, so when it gets unloaded, it gets inspected, and basically then pick it up how they do it. They'll use various carriages. Some of it gets loaded onto the barges, but it's basically wooden crates.
Yeah, okay.
So what they often do is they have false bottoms. The Deathland Scavengers, and it's quite slim. And some of the blue coats know they pay off the ones they need to pay off. The other ones don't want to empty every crate every time. It's that kind of very typical kind of thing. It's more of a veneer of smuggle for them. They're not outright smugglers. That's not what they do.
Yeah.
This stuff coming in, it's kind of like the blue coats like individual. It's kind of harmless. They've got bigger things to worry about with people like the water rats, with people like the vultures, who are actively bringing in not just illicit but outright illegal.
Yeah.
Weapons, explosives, spirit trafficking. That's a big one. Spirits that should not be in or out of the city. The Deathland Scavengers are more concerned with spirit wardens who real kind of push the buttons and do these spot checks on them. Where are you tainted or not? Have you got a spirit in you or not?
So if there's any... Oh, okay, fair enough.
But what they're worried about now is that the usual methods, the usual veneer, if they bring in too much, the blue coats can't ignore it. It's like everyone expects so much to go through, right? But if it's too much, they can't ignore that.
Yeah.
And that they can't secrete it the way you normally would, which is at the bottom of these crates.
Yes.
Because it's just too much of it.
Okay, so it's literally just in crates.
At the moment, it's just in crates.
Right,
so
okay.
however you guys want to disguise it or whatever you think you want to do,
okay,
that's it. And without trying to go down a very typical drug route, it is literally packages.
Yeah,
it is literally brown brick packages.
Okay.
It's the dark route when they do it. It's like a fine powder paste. They literally crush it down, and it's a very brittle root. Once it's taken off and it's dead, it's very brittle. Yeah. They crush it down into these little boxes, which are then wrapped up.
That makes sense. You reduce the overall volume it takes up, I guess.
Exactly, that kind of thing. It saves you guys having to do it as well. But yeah, it's crushed down. So you've got these packages at the bottom of the crate. So you guys meet them on the crates. If you want to see them load it, you've seen them done it before. But they literally rip the bottom out. They put it in there and they pad it full of gear. And then the stuff they bring back will be, some variation of. It can be papers. It can be recovered artifacts, items from the Deathlands. Just generally scavenged items in terms of metals, gear, maybe old weapons. It's scavenged goods.
Yeah.
They're scavengers.
And
it's
some of
whatever they
it
find.
might be valuable.
Exactly. It's whatever they find. They even bring the odd weird fruit and stuff like that for studying. Some of them will go after specific things as requested by the university. Stuff that be on there, or even the government. It's almost like they are mercenaries to some extent. They're not mercenaries in terms of war, but they're freelancers for hire for people who want to go out there and get it. One thing they've said to you is that if you want to make this official one day, is that you can start financing your own expeditions to go and get whatever you want. Yeah. At the moment, you're kind of piggybacking on their ones, which works for you guys. So, I think as you guys are at the crates, and these crates aren't as secure as they should be, you're going to have to either distract the blue coats, pay them off, or somehow get them to look the other way, and then basically see what happens. And we're going to do this by a series of dice rolls or flashbacks. So,
yeah, sounds like Blades.
Cool. Got 2 dice so far. 1, they know what they're doing. 1 for sheer luck. Is there anything else you can think is your advantage?
Not right now. I know we have sort of set up a meeting with the blue coats, but that will get involved, when we make the roll, depending on that, it's nothing we've really prepared.
Yeah, you've got the meeting there as a flashback if you need to.
Yeah, that's the main, I guess.
Well, unfortunately, guys, you're going to lose the die as well.
Okay.
So you got 1 die. The disadvantage being, while they know what they're doing and it's worked out, is there is an awful... Actually, no, I think that's not fair. No, you get 2. You get 2 in this. You get 2. Okay. You get 2. Because even though it's harder to detect, they know what they're doing. So it'll cancel the other one out, but they've also got... They do it week in, week out.
Yeah.
They know who to look out for. So the disadvantage does not outweigh the advantage of them knowing what they're doing. Usually they get like a 4 die on this, right? They know what they're doing. It's gone down to a 2. So, who's rolling for it?
I think I did last time. No, did I?
You did.
I did, yeah.
You did.
So it's going to be 2 dice down.
2 dice down.
I don't like this.
4 and a
Yes,
3.
Dan!
Got over it.
We
So
got
you're-
it. We got
You're in a
it.
risky position when the action starts.
We got something.
You got over the line. Over the line. It's not desperate. Cool.
I'll take it.
So as the train rolls in to Gaddock rail station. Yeah, never done this before, so it's a little, you're sitting there watching, waiting.
Can I make a note?
Yeah.
I don't think Thadeus would be with the party. I think he would have took himself to one of the passenger carriages and basically blended with the crowd as they came out, and maybe watch what happens from afar.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Just in terms of
Yeah.
fiction, like
Yeah, no.
for any action starts.
So you're kind of in reserve almost. Watching
Sort
the
of in
bigger
reserve.
picture? Yeah. Okay. Where's Merrick?
Um.
I think we need your talking.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably with the crates, with the Death and Scavengers.
Yeah. Okay. So, the train rolls in. How do you feel? Just have interest? You've never done this before, you're not smugglers, moving illicit goods through the city. Just have interest, how do your characters feel?
We've dealt before, drug deal, so
Yeah.
it's sort of a similar feeling that we're moving drugs from one part of the city to another or to
Yeah.
another customer. But I'd say because of the amount and because we've never had to pay off anyone before, really, it's more, everything else has been sorted out for us before. We're more in the mix really at the minute. So I'd say nervous.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Bit nervous.
feel like above
certainly
our-
not in my element.
I don't know. I think you will be once you start talking to the blue coats and start wagging your tongue.
Okay, cool. So, you're currently with several of the Deathland Scavengers who look like exactly how you imagine Deathland Scavengers to look like, which is almost post-apocalyptic. So...
I certainly don't feel like a blended.
Yeah, you look like
guess
you're
so.
well too well dressed for them. But it'll be fine when you get in the crowd, right? So, train rolls up. You guys start departing. And with the air of a practiced hand, the Deathland Scavengers immediately step off the train. Almost as soon as it stops, they're already off it. And they just start unloading. They make no move to move it any further. They're just getting it off the train onto the platform. And you can see it's obviously a quick turnaround. You see a few guys, a couple of whistles get blown, those paddles get held up, and you know that this is one they move around quickly. So people are getting off, people are coming on. It's going straight back out.
Yeah.
So they got a few minutes, and there's 4 of them with you currently. There's more scattered through the carriages. You don't know how many total, probably around 10 of them total coming in this one. But they make short work of it. It's 2 people to a crate, boom, one. And in total they've got 8 crates of various goods and supplies. As you're unloading, one of the blue coats just walking up and down, just pacing on patrol, make sure everything's going okay, just nods, and he says, holds up one of his gloved hands and says, I'll be right with you in a minute. And one of the Deathland Scavengers, leader of the troop, who you've been dealing with, you spoke with her before, she's from the Dagger Isles. Her name is pronounced, because Dagger Isles pronunciation and the language is very different to the typical Doskvol alphabet, but it's pronounced Seisha. But the spelling of it is Saoirse. But it's pronounced Seisha.
Seisha.
Yeah, sure.
I've definitely put it down phonetically
Yeah, it's hard.
in my notes.
Yep. A lot of the Dagger people from Dagger Isles are used to people just getting it completely wrong. Unless from Dagger Isles. One of the things that their letters and verbal sound are not the same as Doskvol for the most part. It's not all Acrosian. Yeah, Seisha. So, she's dark-skinned, which is further accentuated by heavy tan from being out in the Deathlands. Not so much tan, because it's not the sun, but just that weathered skin of being out in the elements.
I a continuous griminess.
Yeah, pretty much. Long dreadlocked hair, pitch black dreadlocked hair pulled back. A few feathers and trinkets in it. Yeah, spirit bane charms, numerous around the neck, around the arm, around the wrists. Straps, leather straps all over, weapons, knives, trinkets, goods, just the weirdest things like compasses, water pipes, bottles, just absolutely covered in coat. It's got like a cloak with lots of little pockets in there, kind of thing. And she's very typical of the Deathland Scavengers. They've got some of them like war paint or markings or tattoos, scars or mutilated arms, and where they've kind of been burnt or bit by what God knows what lives out there, right? But that kind of thing. So they unload. About half an hour passes. Train's well and truly gone now. But before the blue coat returns, and 3 of them return. Saoirse gives no indication this is anything bad. Just looks at you guys, nods. She's probably in her 30s. It's hard to tell. She's got quite useful features, but they also look weathered from the skin, but artificially weathered by the life she lives, as opposed to actual age. And the one who spoke earlier, you see now he's got clean shaven with a big brown thick moustache. Says, "You know what to do. Come, let's do the check." And Saoirse suddenly looks a bit like, "Oh." Gives you a bit of a look like, "Okay, okay, not ideal." Lifts the lid up, and the guy looks in, and he goes, looks around, doesn't see any other work going on in the train. He goes, "We'll do the full one today. It's good to be safe. Come on." And Saoirse goes, "Okay," but starts unloading the gear and just starts staring at you poignantly as she's doing this, like. Starts unloading it, just very slowly, like as if like it's all very fragile, taking the time. But they're having to empty one of the crates.
I'll go up to the blue coats. And I'm like, "Excuse me, Mr.
Can I help you, son?"
Gosh, I really get his name.
He just stared at you for a minute.
Yeah.
You can see in his badge though it said Anvil.
Anvil.
You can see in his name, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Do you all have the blue coats have like the little badges, and you can see never got the first name, but usually got like a surname with it's got a series of numbers.
Okay.
It's usually 3 digits. It's a very common name, might be 4, but his name's. You look at the badge, it says Anvil.
Okay. Can we do a flashback to finding out some more stuff about Anvil then?
Yeah, of course, certainly.
Let's go back to that meeting.
Okay, so with the 4 blue coat cutthroats of Crow's Foot.
Lewitt, Joel, Myra, and Wraith.
Yeah, the 4 corrupt blue coats. Apparently the 4 most corrupt in the city, if LaRose is to be believed, or at least the 4 most well known corrupt. If you're really corrupt, you're not known. It's not known, right?
Yeah.
So, the meeting with them. What would you want to achieve from this meeting?
I kind of want I want to know which. Obviously, I've got a list of blue coats. I want to know which ones I can have stuff over, basically.
Okay, you want to know the list of people like who to fuck with, who I can fuck with, who I can't fuck with.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's on the payroll, who isn't, who will look the other way, who won't.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And how do you want to do? Do you want to consort them? Do you want to try and sway them? They're not really your friends, but you've had a leg in with LaRose.
Yeah, pretty much. I want to leverage.
Do you want to pay them?
I want to leverage the contacts I've got with LaRose. I imagine, obviously, I'm not expecting them to necessarily do it for free.
Yeah.
But
what are you bringing to the table to get them to give you this information, I guess?
So what, I guess a negotiation is generally sway. Sway.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, isn't it?
It's
a negotiation of what information have they got compared to how much are we willing to pay for it.
Yeah.
So I'd say,
what are you willing to pay for
personally, I'd say it's a sway. That's what I'd say. They're not friendly. Why would they give a shit about us?
Yeah.
When you meet these 4 as well, you meet them in the back room of some. You meet them in like a back room of some dirty, dingy part of Crow's Foot, kind of thing. Like you go down an alley, you go down another alley, and it's one of those doors like a red light above it, or it's like a flickering electronic light that isn't really working. And you open a door, and it's clearly not like the main way in. Yeah. They're just sitting around this square table, the 4 of them. Or 3 of them. One is in the corner, like, kind of like sitting on a table. The other 2 are sitting around it, nonchalant, like leaning back. And it's just, as soon as you walk in, it's just this vibe of what are you bringing towards? Almost like you're paying tribute. Almost like, yeah, we know what we've got, and here comes another sucker. coming to kiss the ring. What are you going to do for us? That kind of attitude. The air, and the ceiling is low, and the air is thick with cigar and smoke. Just there's a couple of open bottles on the side, and it's just like the private clubhouse.
What can I discern about, or what would I know about whether obviously like there's the whole gang thing war going on between the Lamblacks and the Red Sashes.
Yeah.
What could I like discern their attitudes, how that affects them?
Yeah, certainly. How would you want to do this? Do you want to ask them about it, like subtly bring it into conversation?
Yeah, I think so. But they're asking why can't I can offer to them, and I'd just be like, the activity between the Red Sashes and Lamblacks might be giving you trouble. Seems like you could use some friends in Crowsford.
Rafe, kind of, you see, LaRose described them to you, so you've got a rough idea of that's who they are, which one is which. And Rafe's a broad-shouldered, well-built fella, very short hair, like almost like to the skin on the sides, and a very small crew cut on top, completely clean shaven, and looks like a pit bull. He's got that face of like a real mean fucking dog, the kind of thing that dog kind of, if it bit you wouldn't let go. He's like sitting there in his chair, leaning back. So as you ask these questions and a bit of back and forth, make your roll and we'll see what he says to you.
Okay.
Risky standard. He's got no reason to dislike you, but no reason to trust you.
So you've got the list of the people who are on report as well. So I'm guessing you show them that and then.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And like, essentially, what I want to set up is that when we meet someone, we can just kind of come back to the conversation, and see if they said anything or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll try and sway them with like that kind of how I can help with the gang activity, whether that is I'll try and get a feel for it from the conversation, but basically whether that is giving them information about the Red Sashes and the Lamblacks, or whatever else.
Is there a position? Did you say
risky standard?
Risky standard.
Yeah. You've got in with LaRose. You've got no reason to trust you, but no reason to distrust you either. So it's risky standard.
Give me a sway. That is a
6. You do it.
Yes, done.
So you ascertain well that their position is they love it. They absolutely love it. For them, Rave happily, maybe because you got in with LaRose, but he kind of brags a little bit. But you don't get the sense it's a kind of arrogant bragging or any kind of vanity. It's just he's stating the fact, and he's just super confident about it. He's just like, I love this fight. I love it. Let the scum kill the scum, and while they're busy killing each other, no one bats an eye at us. What are they gonna do? You're gonna pop a blue guy? You're gonna pop a copper? Nah. We do what we do. Let the animals take care of each other. So yeah, they love it. He loves the fact that while they're busy fighting each other, they're getting what they want. They're doing what they want to do in Crowsford. All under the guise of a badge.
I kind of want to say that like we also have stuff to gain from them going at each other.
Yeah,
We
continuing. Yeah. We sort of like fill the small voids which gets left by the destruction, of the war. And maybe you could say like it's settled down a little bit, and we want to reignite it, and obviously that would be advantageous for them.
Yeah.
And obviously we'd be also prepared to pay for their information, something like that.
I'm gonna go with that approach. Being like, well, if you like the chaos, we also have a lot to gain from the chaos. We could
play both sides and ensure it to prolong the hostilities. Which we haven't been doing anyway. We haven't taken a side.
Both sides of that fence. Okay, so I like these flashbacks. FYI, this was no stress flashback because you'd already set it up, so there's no stress. There's no stress. Ray's response will be, okay, so how are you going to do it? How are you going to reignite this chaos? How are you going to keep this power struggle going?
Keep the status quo in the drug market, basically.
And basically, why should we help? What do you want from us? LaRose
We
says you
are-
want names and information.
Both the Lone Blacks and the Red Sashes operate drug dens in this area.
Yeah, they do.
We're aiming to expand our market into theirs.
Mm.
Neither side going to be particularly happy with that.
No, they won't. I imagine they won't at all.
So we are incentivised in
Mm.
that to keep them pointed at each other.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Indeed.
Oh. Do you know who said that? It was an Arubian prince. Guess how he died?
I can only imagine.
He was betrayed. Funny that, isn't it? Okay. Well, LaRose vouchers for you. And the other three, they're all kind of like, the four just kind of staring at you. And it's super hostile, you know. You've got an in, that's it, but these guys
It's
are just
not
not
friendly,
friendly. Yeah, this is like, you better be worth our time. You know, don't you dare come in here empty-handed. That's the attitude you get from these guys.
Yeah.
And you can see it definitely operate on fear. You know, these are the kind of guys who don't make friends. They crush you underfoot, you know. Yeah, basically fucking bullies.
Yeah.
That's what they are. They're the street version of that, like. Interesting. What have you got for us today? Why should I divulge these names and this information to you? I'm guessing you give him the sheet.
Yeah.
He's like looked over it. He's gone, yeah.
We need this information to continue our expansion into their areas.
Listen, I give you this information, you keep the chaos going.
That's the agreement.
Okay. Do you want to command him? Do you want to sway him? There's going to be a roll here to see how he reacts to it.
I think it's going to be sway.
Sway.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You're trying to get
I'm
him
not
you're making an argument. You're making a proposition.
It's an argument. It's an argument in a hostile territory.
In that case, then. Ooh. Okay.
Chaos.
That looks going to run out.
It's going to be controlled.
Ooh.
It's going to be controlled. It's going to be controlled. No. I'll give you this. No. It's going to be risky great. Risky great, yeah. Risky great, yeah. He likes it. He wants it. But he needs to convince him to do it. But he kind of wants it. So if you get it, he'll give it to you.
I think I might get another dice.
Push yourself.
I'm gonna push.
If you're going to push yourself
Is
any
there any
time,
bargains we can give?
I'm gonna
Just
put
thinking
myself-
this is a good time for a
This
bargain.
will be a good time for a down bargain,
Have
but
we
like
got any-
anything with great effects, I'm totally gonna push.
What bargains have we got on the table? All could fit with the narrative.
I mean, there's a lot that could fit here because I'm kind of mixing myself in with essentially the enemy.
Yeah, I mean, these are not nice people.
There is so much in terms of what the Red Sashes and the Lamplats can find out. There's so much in terms of
Yeah,
oh
man.
shit. I've really left myself vulnerable in this one.
Yeah, you basically said we're gonna fuck everyone over. What do you guys reckon? Anything you come off the top of your head? So the obvious ones you got is it gets back to one of the gangs, right?
Yeah.
This gets back. That's one of the things. One of these blue coats or someone will sell it off.
There's obviously the heat angle as well.
He's always there.
The Rose as well. Like I know we're sort of getting him mixed up a little bit because we used him quite a lot.
Ooh.
on this.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is cool. That fits with the narrative well. Okay, I'll put it this way. Here's the bargain for you. You get your extra die. I've got clocks for LaRose. I get to roll twice on it.
Once.
Clocks.
This is
against LaRose, what do you mean?
about him like getting
LaRose has
found
got
out,
clocks against, for his own things. But whatever the case is, basically, I'll rephrase it. The case against LaRose will get stronger because if they need to, they'll throw him under the bus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
We-
this
we've already
information gets
mentioned his
out,
name.
it'll be like, well, how? Well, and he put them in, but they haven't got any fucking loyalty to him. You know well and true, these guys and girls, These people are sheerly out for themselves, and they will kill anyone, they will fuck anyone over to save themselves. And LaRose...
Take it.
LaRose has been such an important asset.
Look, if he gets sent to prison, we'll just break him free.
Yeah, let's do it.
You're taking it, okay. The case against LaRose will get stronger.
Okay.
This better be a pass now.
This
This has been the worst trade
The
deal
case
in
against
history.
LaRose will... It's done, it's stronger, it's done. It's happened either way. Win or fail, it goes through. Okay, make your roll, man.
Alright.
Crit now, please.
Let's do it.
No! Oh
This is horse shit.
Oh my god. Risky. And it was great effect. Oh. He's sitting there. And he goes...
The
In
worst
fact,
deal.
the blonde one in the corner, she's got kind of longish blonde hair, goes down halfway down her back. She's got a ponytail at the moment. She's not wearing a cap, anything like that. Her kind of shirt collar's a little bit undone. And she's got like a white shirt on. She's not wearing a typical blue. She's got a white shirt on. You can see she's got like a side holster, like some like 1950s copyright. She's got a side one there, and she's kind of hanging loose. And she's got like super easy access to get this pistol out. She kind of walks over. She's got a badge on her hip there. Takes the piece of paper off Wraith, looks at it, kind of looks at him, smirks a little bit, and goes, slides it back across the table to you. Yeah, I know a few of them who could do it. Who could definitely be taken for money. But I feel like you're going to do this anyway, with or without us. So what's the incentive to try and help you when you're going to do it anyway? You've got to bring more to the table if you want our blessing. You can press on and it goes to desperate.
Float some coin.
You can continue on, it goes to desperate. You can make the argument again and really try and push through. So Sway will still be desperate. You could try a different angle. You could float some coin. You certainly could do that. You could take a different action. You could command them. You could try and consult them. Whatever you think fits the narrative. You know, Merrick loses his temper a little bit and goes, you know what? No, we're doing you a favour.
Go for the roll again.
Do you want to...
Go for the roll again.
I think...
Do you want to survey them, study them to see
No.
how they respond?
I am going to go for it again because Merrick's just going to be like...
He believes in this.
Without this information,
Yeah.
there won't be any expansion.
Okay.
We won't be able to cause that chaos that you so crave.
Desperate Marky, desperate XP, man. Marky, desperate XP.
I've actually leveled up in resolve.
I believe in this. I so believe
Can I
in
now
doing
put
it.
a 0 points in Sway?
End of the session, unfortunately, man.
Damn it!
Suddenly, his sway has got so much better.
You could push yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to push myself in this one.
You'll be on 6 stress and you can't overdo dodge.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
6 stress is
Yeah,
perfect.
that's definitely good. 6 stress as we get to the score.
So another 3
Done.
dice. Another 3 dice.
getting these
Still
dice
great,
out of the
still
way.
great effect. Still great effect.
Still great effect.
Okay, 6 and a 4.
I thought you critted them when I see that for a second. 6 before you do it. So, unsure whether she's pushing your buttons to see how you react, or whether she's ready to someone to give you the information. You believe in what you're saying, right? You'll tell them you want this.
Yeah.
But unless you help us, you ain't gonna get it.
It's all about the conviction.
Yeah. So Wraith and is it Lyra?
Myra.
Myra, thank you, Patrick. What's one gives it L?
Lewit.
Lewit.
Joel.
Joel. She's actually called Lewit.
Oh, she's called
She's
Lewit.
called Lewit, yeah. Must be a surname. So sitting there, and Wraith and Lewit. So Lewit, who Laurie describes the blonde one to you, kind of look at each other, looks around the room, and just in this like unison, sudden or like almost like hive mind, they go, "Yeah, all right. Yeah, you convinced us. Why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Let's see what you do with it. And who knows, if it does well, maybe we'll talk again in the future." Where is it you say you operate out of?
We advertise it free.
Yeah,
anyway.
Silken news.
Okay. I look forward to seeing your expansion. Time's right for it. I hear poor old Bargio's been had a couple of bad weeks. Yeah, sure. Takes the paper back across the desk at you. Pulls out a pen. Circles a few names, writes a little note in the column. Puts a couple of marks next to no one, writes a note in the column, and you basically got a legend. And the ones that have been circled are just outright, these guys will take a bribe.
Yeah.
These ones, yeah. Don't worry about these ones. Couple of ones with like asterisks and stars next to them, saying these are like undercover guys. And there's got like some crossover on some. Basically, got a legend like the stars and asterisks are undercover. There's a few that are starred without a circle, a few that are starred with a circle, that kind of thing. But the circle ones are the ones you can really bribe and push. Anvil is not one of them.
Didn't think so.
He's not one of them, unfortunately. But he's with two other guys. If you want to try and see who they are, as we now cut back to the action, you've got a clear list of people and names memorised who you know you can push for a bribe or convince to look the other way. She also writes on a couple of the names, but again, Anvil's one of the clear ones. Things like, if you mention his family, you'll back down. Stuff like that. Just a couple of pressure points you can apply to a few. Only a handful or so, but just so you've got the information.
You put that one next to Anvil?
No, Anvil is clear, unfortunately. He's one of the few clear ones. Maybe it's in his appearance, his demeanour of the green moustache, the clean shaven, hello, that kind of attitude. Well, it seems to be a quiet day for him. There's no other immediate train, and that's why he's like, come on, let's do this properly. Let's empty one of them. Not all of them, just empty one of them. So as we now cut back to that action. What do you want to do? Anvil's there with two other guys. You've not seen their names yet, but he's asked Seisha to start unloading one of the crates for inspection.
I basically want to find out what the other two names are, so I want to kind of sneakily like have a look around. I'm going to probably do a prowl action to do that, just kind of try and
walk around,
just kind of glance at the name tags without causing too much suspicion.
Okay, cool, yeah. So one's the Acrosium and one is a Ruvium.
Okay.
And you see on the Acrosium one, you see a name that says Archer.
I was going to prowl action, but yeah.
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Sorry.
Thanks for the prowl.
One of them's called Archer.
I guess it's not that hard to see the name tags. I guess the prowl just see if I can do it without arousing suspicion.
Indeed. So that is a risky standard.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Straight into it. Yeah. Okay. Great.
Cool. Prowl.
2.
Yeah. Fail. Sweet.
I'll tell you what, then I'll give you one, not 2. I'll give you one of them. So you step to the first one. You see the one next to the Acrosium is called Archer. Oh, that's again the surname with the series of numbers. And as you come around the side there, he just goes, Archer, who's a really young looking fella. Been a couple of days growth on him, not too much, but kind of like, whereas the other gentleman, Anvil, is full shaven, clean with a moustache. Archer's kind of got a bit of a stubble going on. Looks like probably, if Archer's in his kind of 40s, Archer looks in his like 20s. Like he looks like he's relatively fresh recruit, and he just holds out his gloved hand as just stay there while we clear, please. And holds his arm out to stop you going round, so you don't do it in long short bit.
What was Archer's status on the list?
Archer's status on the list is someone who will take a bribe. Young guy looking for money, looking for ambition. He will take something.
Cool. I think I'll just like look him right in the eye and just like slip him some coin and say these. This shipment doesn't need the full check.
How do you want to do this? Do you want to try and finesse it to him? Do you want to try and...
I guess the finesse would be like getting it to him without the others seeing, or
yeah, like he'll take it. You know that.
Yeah,
that's not the trouble here.
Is Anvil like the one in charge?
Yeah, he's the one like clearly leading the patrol. The older guy, he's the older, clear, experienced blue coat. You're not sure. You don't see any insignia of rank on either of them, but it looks like he's I'm your boss kind of thing.
Okay.
And there's 3 of them. But Anvil's one who, if you can get him on the side, you definitely know will take a bribe. Sorry, Archer will take the bribe. Anvil won't.
Cool. Yeah, I'll finesse it to like get it to him, and I'll like just whisper, just so only you can see.
So as that kind of Anvil starts looking in the crate, going, the item gets pulled out. He's like, okay, yeah, doesn't touch anything, just inspects it. Okay, yeah.
I'll say double if you can convince him we don't need the full check.
Okay. So Archer doesn't even look at you. Just sits there and just nods, as if he's nodding at the items, just nods. You're pretty sure he's heard you.
Yeah. Can I... So I'm like a bit further
You're
back.
watching this.
Yeah, but Can I do a survey roll to see if I think it's going well and to see whether I think action is needed?
Yeah, of course.
Basically, because
yeah.
I have a lack of information to see whether it's going well,
Yeah.
and the things I want to do to as a distraction or to as a plan B probably rely on me using my initiative to see whether things are going badly or well for the
It'll probably depend on this finesse roll.
Oh shit, yeah. You haven't done it yet, have you?
I've not done finesse.
Oh, sorry, right, yeah.
So you're seeing him go up to the guy talking. We'll
okay.
say that. So.
Sorry,
I mean, finesse is the one that seems obvious to me. Is there anything you might want to go for? Finesse, prowl, rep. Prowl might be doing it. You can't really tinker the money to him. You can't really.
I think finesse
makes sense.
That's a sleight of hand.
It is. It's that kind of backhand.
I'd say risky standard here, because while Anvil is distracted, there is the third Aruvian blue coat.
Yeah.
The female, she's got black hair, tightly curled in a bun.
Yeah, it's definitely not controlled.
Yeah, she looks about the same age as him. Like, they're definitely like the younger recruits working with Anvil, but she's kind of like looking between you guys. So can you get close enough to him and finessing the coin without her seeing or Anvil seeing? So yeah, risky standard.
Were there any Aruvian names on the list?
There were a few.
Can I do a setup?
Quite a few.
I know a setup.
Range of like brandability.
About 25%.
Ooh.
Or about Aruvian. No, probably about 20 to be fair. About one in 5.
Can I do a setup to help him out?
Try, yeah,
So what I'm going to do is
try.
I'm going to look across to the cabin of the train, basically try and whistle the driver, and then make this action.
Oh, the train's gone.
Oh, the train's gone.
Yeah, unfortunately, the train had gone. They cleared it first.
Okay,
that's why he's inspected it, because there is no train, and you get the impression like it's quiet. He can start checking the cargo without any issues.
Is there any...
and the platform you're on, sorry to describe it properly, is not the civilian platform.
Right.
There are other boxes, other docks, and you see other people milling around. And other people who've unloaded goods several feet away, 5 meters away, 10 meters away.
Is there any like street performers or anything like that down here?
Not at this side, unfortunately, no. So we might.
How about any beggars?
No, you're. I know it's quite an isolated area.
Okay.
Once you get off this, you'll be into the proper. But if you imagine you've got a normal rail station, you guys like on a second rail station adjacent to it, but you are one of 4 carriages that's been unloaded, and there are people milling around through it. But there aren't that many over here. I mean, you kind of see a beggar in like where the people are. If you could try and convince him to come over here, you'd have him.
There's no drunk people walking around, are there? Right, yeah, forget it. Yeah, make your roll.
I only have 1 dice for this.
I tried.
Yeah, we tried. Fair enough. All right, let's finesse.
Yeah, that was bargain. He wants double whatever you offer him normally. Like, whatever you just gone double, he's gone like double it again, and we'll talk. Now, the bargain here being that's what he wants. So whether if it goes, it's not an if or all. Basically, if he gets it, great. If not, he'll be more pissed off. That's what I'm trying to say. But he's going to ask you. The devil's bargain here. It's up to you. Is he wants extra? That's the bargain. So if it goes ahead, great. But if it doesn't, he'll be pissed off. But I guess I'm kind of skirting the rule of the either or here at the devil's bargain.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. My understanding of it, or what I'm trying to say, is that he wants more. Now, if you don't take that bargain, he'll take the 2 depending on the roll.
Yeah.
But basically, I'm saying you can heighten the roll either way.
Yeah. The devil's bargain is he is greedier than I anticipate.
Exactly. Yes. Exactly what it is. And all the good and bad that'll come of that. If a greedy man doesn't get what he wants, he might be more pissed off.
Yeah. Exactly.
If he does get what he wants, he might even be happier. Yeah, it's up to you. Do you want to take that or not? The extra die.
Mechanically, what would that mean in terms of coin?
In coin?
Because I assume a bribe to a blue coat is not a full coin's worth.
No, it's not. And mechanically, it wouldn't be a coin.
Okay.
It will simply be a better win or a better fail on the 2 die. Better chance to succeed them.
Right.
But it'll be a worse fail if you do fail.
Yeah, if we do fail, then it's going to be worse because he's not going to get mine.
Taking it. Yeah, he's upping the stakes. Risky standard.
I failed enough rolls. I can't fail another one. Right. Finesse.
Yep, 6.
Done it. He did it without any issues. So you just see him as he does that. You go double, and he puts up 2 fingers to his face, and you get the impression this is kind of street code. Like you've done it, you've seen this, you've done it, you've been a part of these things where it's double it again, 2 more times, twice more, and you're just like, okay. So how would you finesse it to him? You do it. How would you do it? Describe to me how you do it. You've already done it, just for flavour. Is it literally like you stretch and put it in his pocket?
Yeah, it's like it's reverse pickpocketing. It's
stand close,
it's
you
just,
slip it in.
Yeah, and then he feels for it, sees how much, feels how much it is, and then just goes double.
Yeah, it's a little bit cold. Puts his hands in his pockets, and you just see his thumb just slide over each coin, and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you at the corner of his eye, looks at you too, and now you see that Seishin is like, what are you doing? Like, are you gonna do something? Like, you know, what? And you can see she's getting like, not tetchy, but just like this, I fucking told you. And Archer looks around. Oi! And you see him shout and point at some poor fella. And he goes, what did you just take from there? And he goes, boss! And he starts walking off and just gestures Archer over. And Archer's like, what? And pulls his whistle and blows it. The other guy now, like who Archer's pointed at, kind of looks a bit like shook and starts stepping back. And then as Archer starts approaching him, the guy, you guys don't know what he's done. You see him do anything, but he starts to run.
Right.
And Archer starts giving chase, and now you see Anvil starts blowing his whistle, and they are fully running after this guy now. The Eruvian one kind of like looks back, and she's like, and goes with them.
I'll just like smile at how do you pronounce it?
Seishin.
And I'll say, a stroke of luck, it seems.
Yes, a very timely one.
If you believe in such things.
We should quickly get these items gone before they come back. The best way to do this now will be to unload the goods into another carriage, and we wait here for the inspection. With the items clear, let's move. Let's go. So what they do now is they go and get two of them, kind of walk over to the rest of the loading part and get more crates. And they start taking the items out. If it's to say like, oh, let's get ready for inspection. And then from the first one, they just lift it up and just move the items in. Do you guys help them with this, or do you provide cover? Is anything you want to do while they do their business?
I want to wait. I want to watch for the blue coats coming back.
Yeah.
Basically, and try and spot them to see whether they come back or not.
Okay. We'll do a fortune roll now to see how much gear they get out of the way before they come back. And with the other crates, now you see they literally they moved. So they got like wooden blocks at the bottom, like a typical wooden crate. And you ever seen Jenga blocks? It's almost like those on latches. So they look very inconspicuous, but they turn them and they can slide the bottom out like a drawer. So looking at it, it just looks like a crate, but they can actually slide the bottom out without having to go through the top. So they slide the bottom out and they start moving packages into another crate and onto a push trolley, which is, a lot of them use these kind of like four-wheel trolleys, like setting up like a B&Q or a big warehouse, which a lot of these other people using them to push down to the carriages waiting. The Gallic rail station's raised up. These ramps go up and down where they can push the goods. There's also a couple of lifts, something like that, but that's the lifts are more for bigger items. These will be waiting for the carriages, which I'm assuming you've got Ramina ready, unless you want to use it on the docks and the boats. It's however you want to do it, but the score here is getting it through customs, right?
Yeah, we'll do it on the carriages first.
Yeah. So, as you guys start loading that, tomorrow roll 2 dice for Deathland Scavengers to see your fortune roll, see how much they get done.
3 and a 2.
Not much.
Not much. It seems like the guy wasn't that fast to run. Like you see him now, he got into the crowd, but the whistle of Archer and Anvil blowing the whistle, another blue coat caught the guy almost straight away. After about a minute, they come back. You guys have emptied 3 crates.
I've got a flashback I want to do.
Yeah, sure.
I want to set up a diversion. So my flashback is in Night Market.
Yeah.
Is there a fireworks shop?
Oh yeah, there's a couple.
Okay. So I want to. I
like where this is going already.
I want to.
I'm going to sit back
and let the chaos unfold.
I want to basically find the one one that is relatively close to the station, or at least you can see it from the station.
Yeah.
Well, not see it, but like if fireworks were to come out of the fireworks shop, you can see it from the station.
Yeah.
So the night before, I'm basically going to run a fuse from like one firework in the back room, like all the way out to like a secreted area, sort of like down an alley.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to do that the night before. Basically, I'm going to go and find it. So perhaps a tinker to see how well the fuse will work, or perhaps a prowl to see if no one sees me. What do you think?
I feel like the fuse is not a problem for you.
Yeah.
because that's what you do day in day out.
I guess the issue is I want obviously one firework to go off and then them all to like follow it. I guess that won't.
I still don't see that as an issue for you because it's not. You've already it's known technology, and I think the thing here, I think they're probably more doing it without being seen, and then someone like following up, even just like some street kids and being like, I wonder what he was doing. I'm messing with it.
Would my fine tinkering tools to get the back door help in any way?
Depends. So when you say get back door, what are you describe it to me?
Well, I'm guessing it's like a fireworks shop, and they've got like a front, and they've obviously got an area where they store them all.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to run a fuse.
Oh, you want to like break in and like basically set off the whole lot.
The whole lot. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to buy some and like stick them around.
No. I'm just basically going to run a fuse from the warehouse like out into like the alley, and then I'm basically going to try and signal someone to go and set them off if we get in trouble. So like the whole place goes up, so anyone is going to look at that, and then I've got something else.
Doskvol's best ever fireworks display. Yeah. It's like I seen Lord of the Rings where Merry and Pippin steal the dragon one, like at the start of Lord of the Rings. Yeah, like that. Off. Okay, yeah. You find Tinker tools definitely help you get in the back then. To do this, we'll call it one stretch. Breaking into a place isn't too bad. Okay. One stretch to get break in. You're a guy with scoundrels after all.
Back to orange.
Crime is what you do. So what do you want to do? Do you want to prowl to sneak in here? Prowl your way in, sneak in using your tools.
Prowl in, sneak in the back. During when it's
being
closed,
seen.
Without being seen. Cool. And obviously it will take a bit of time to run a fuse from one. I want to make it look like. I mean, it's a room full of fireworks. I want to make not conceal it, but make it look natural, basically.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so run it right from the back of the boat, and maybe like drill a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Like, and
you got a guy there run it down the corner of the alleyway, no one can really see it.
Yeah.
Cool. Waterproof fuse. Yeah. I mean, this is what you guys, you did this in the army. God knows how many times. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So I think risky standard prowl.
Okay.
And your tools will help. Yeah, because you'll be able to get in quicker and quieter.
Okay. Can I?
Interesting. Did you tell Merrick about this part of the plan?
I would have told him there was a distraction.
A distraction.
You would have told us because I know he'd only worry about like the details if that was. I do want to push myself actually to give myself 2 dice for this.
Push himself. 2 stress push yourself.
Unless there's any devil's bargains, or I'll just push myself.
You push yourself, cool. Okay.
At the minute, right? Okay. 6. Oh, that was a correct.
6 and a 2. You're doing good, guys.
We're getting plenty of 6s today. It's a good day.
Yeah, man. So you do it. You do it, and you feel confident that you can signal something like a little mirror or something, flash it in one of your crew. Sitting down there, just a light up. He's sitting in like the alley, smoking. Waiting for it to just drop the cigarette.
Yeah, so like when I see the blue coats aren't gone for like more than 5 minutes, I signal.
You see the guy who's been like harassed. Is like still now he's been let go, and it's just like, why did you run if there's nothing wrong? Like why are you that stupid? But he's like, it's the blue coats, right? And you see him arguing. They let him go, and they come back, and you see that the Deathland scavengers have kind of start to go, and Searshan's kind of got a guy. The model of good citizenship, right? I'm ready for you. So you see him coming back, yeah.
Okay, is there anyone else like in this area like unloading stuff?
Yeah, probably about 15 to 20 people, including other blue coats, but they're scattered. There's not many.
Right. So when this guy like drops a cigarette and the fuse goes and the fireworks go up, like for the first time, I'm guessing everyone is enamoured by like what's going on, basically.
Yeah, pretty much no one's expecting this apart from you.
So the other thing I want to do is I want to walk up to someone else's crates, basically. And while everyone's looking at them, I want to slip in like 3 grenades and a smoke grenade. Set the smoke grenade on.
Oh my god! Okay.
Try and like set them up basically for having like weapons. So obviously they haven't seen
grenades
anything
are
on us.
highly illegal.
Yeah. So I want to slip some grenades in and set off a smoke grenade in his pack.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, man. So wow. Yeah, that explosion. So you describe to us what happens.
So Thadeus
you've done it. It's perfect.
Thaddeus sees the blue coats coming back. He signals to a gang member, who signals to another gang member who's like down the alley.
Beep, beep.
He's just like you said, smoking his cigarette. He flicks his cigarette onto the fuse. It goes like up the wall, through the wall, through like a little 5 centimetre hole. It goes along the door inside. Basically sets off one firework. The shopkeeper like turns around like what the. Like it's like an elephant in the peanut factory sort of like scenario. It's like,
I knew this day would happen.
and then basically the whole thing just starts going up. Like the first few, like basically just break apart the roof a little bit, but then after the initial noise, like the fireworks just start like shooting out the roof.
It's like it's a wooden shop shack.
Yeah. So the fireworks just start shooting out the roof, and just they all go off like 5 and 10 at the same time, and just like getting blasted into the air.
Yeah. So suddenly everyone just turns and they're just like, what? Oh! And there's like rounds of applause and there's clapping and there's cheering and there's screams down the line. There's screams like, oh my God, what is going on? Like you see like in the shop, like out corner of your eye, like there's like the guy run out and he's just like, what? What is this? Like pure incredulous shock on his face. You know, or you imagine from this distance, but his body language says it all. Yeah, man. Okay, it's an absolute like cacophony, an orchestra of light, colour, and explosions. There is no rhythm to it. There is no grace. It's just explosion, light, sound, cheer, screams, constantly. Yeah, man. Do you want to?
So while that's going on, obviously, I said I want to basically walk up to someone else's crate and slip three of my grenades in, and the smoke grenade, and set the smoke grenade.
So
up,
like
basically.
that draws them to look at the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So like 2 explosives, 1 smoke. That all 3 bandolier items or 4?
So actually, what I want to do is I want to. Sounds. So I want to do another flashback.
Okay.
But I want to make grenades which aren't grenades. They just look like grenades. They're just like casings of grenades. So they're just like metal casings basically.
That's super easy. Yeah.
So I want to have a few of those. So say if I need a bandolier for
We'll call
3.
that alloyed.
Alloyed, yeah. So how
Alloyed.
many grenades? Like
basically, if because you grenades that you have,
Yeah.
like you're a tinker, that's what you do. You could easily just get the case and empty the
Okay.
case of powder. That's not even a stress for you.
Okay, fair enough.
That's what you do.
Yeah.
For someone else, they have to kind of learn it. That would be doing it.
Yeah.
But as someone who does this in their sleep,
Yeah.
you should do it.
Okay. I'm going to put
So
like
diffuse
2
grenades.
bandoliers worth of grenade cases basically into the
Like
box.
6 grenades.
And 1 smoke grenade.
That's just 0 stress flashback.
Yeah, 0 stress flashback. Yeah. Again, like certain characters are better at certain stuff, right? And someone like
I'm not actually making anything. I would have the grenade casings anyway because I restock at the end of every day.
That's what I'm
anyway, so
thinking.
I like slip the 6 grenade cases in there and then set off a smoke grenade and put it in the
These
box.
are all the grenade casings that you've emptied to help make your rat beacon. It's like you've used all the materials for your various concoctions, and these are like it's like there was like Merrick's been like, what are you ever going to use empty grenades for? And you're like, there'll come a day, Merrick. Those empty casings you gathered. So,
do I need to make a roll to see if I can sneak in without anyone
a
looking?
prowl one jumps out at me to be sneaky, but you know.
Did I set myself up with the
Absolutely,
explosion?
yeah, and it's going to be controlled standard.
Okay.
You are as controlled as you can be. You are acting on advantage because while everyone's distracted, you knew what's going to happen.
Yeah.
You're going to have that split-second start. If there's anything else you want to try, feel free. But I think
prowl. No, that makes sense. I'm trying to sneak and deposit something into the case.
So everyone turns to look. You immediately move. So you hear that first one go, we're like now.
Yeah.
So we're controlled standard.
5 and 5.
2 5. Nice, you do it. Complication occurs. As you do it, you see one guy, a worker, one of the hands, turn to you and see you closing the case, and he starts to say, you see he's about to say something.
I'm gonna basically grab him by the coat, and go, I've seen what you've got in here. I was in the military for 5 years. I've seen the damage these things do. You shouldn't have these in here.
Yeah.
Keep this shit out of my town. And basically, like, try and throw him to the floor and try and call over the blue coat.
Dropping him before he screams. You're screaming at him. Okay,
I'm gonna swing his leg out of the way, get him on the floor and try and pin him down and call over a blue coat.
You skirmishing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Risky stand. You grabbed him. He's gonna fight back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
2 dice. 6.
You do it.
Damn.
You're getting the 6
6
tonight, guys. After last week, you feel like you need it.
Yeah.
So you deserve it. Yeah. So while Merrick's sitting there, watch what's happened in a matter of seconds. You've seen Thadeus go over, do something with the crate, and now you hadn't seen that because you're just.
Merrick's quite relaxed. He's just like he's just leaning on his cane, just like watching.
And you've seen Thadeus, the fighter, the military guy, just drop this guy. You know, you got dropping him, and you just drop him to the floor straight. One swift movement. He's on his back. and the air comes out of his lungs before he's even realises what's happened, and you shout, and straight away Anvil's the first to turn. This guy is quick. This guy's not stupid, and he's a proper blue coat. And he straight turns and he goes, "What's going on here?"
And I'll point to the smoke. Jesus Christ! Look at that thing, like that. And the smoke's sort of like wisping out of like an open corner in the crate.
Yeah.
And I go, I've seen what they've got in there. They've got explosives and grenades. The ones I saw in the Scotland War.
Yeah. Okay, and you've not been.
I've seen them before.
You've not been associated with these guys. You've done
No.
a separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you've got no reason to think you're working together. Yeah. Okay. So straight away then. He blows his whistle again to get the attention.
No one can hear it. This is like ridiculous.
Yeah, straight up, and he comes over to the guy, and Archer jumps on the fella, and Archer kind of like looks around because he's been given a lot of money today. He's like, this is all very coincidental, like, you know. But Archer's pinning him to the ground, like, you know, he's got him in that lock. He immediately puts some cuffs on him and just goes, "Don't move." And the guy's struggling, fighting. You know, he doesn't want to be held down, and you see. Anvil lifts it up and goes, "Right, get away, clear, like that." He doesn't know what the smoke is. He just sees smoke coming out of a whole load of what looks like grenades. While this is happening, the Deathful Scavengers would have carried on moving.
Yeah.
So someone else want to roll 2 more dice to see how they do?
I'm guessing he would have been moving faster when Anvil
There's
starts
gonna
telling
be
them
two,
to
there's two rolls, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
God! And there'll be a second roll as well
slow.
because they'll be constantly moving.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be second roll. So that's 1. So that's 4 out of 8. I'm doing this like an 8-point clock.
That makes sense. And then 5 out of
3. So you've currently got 7 out of 8 crates. Oh no, it's 2, isn't it? 6 out of 8
yeah,
crates.
6 out of 8.
So you got 6 out of 8. In that time, they've just been going all 4 of them without any pretense because everyone's looking away and seeing you guys deal with it. They've just started to go straight through it. Just all 4 of them doing it. So as they start to say clear the area now, you see one of them has got the first trolley. You've got a couple of trolleys and just starts to walk away with it straight away, just taking advantage of the blink just to get some of the goods out of the way.
Yeah.
So you're down to 3 Deathland Scavengers. Other ones, you know, have milled and gone around kind of thing and left it. Not all of them were in on it with you, but the one in the station, the original lady who you met first time around. So 4 of them are on the way to the carriage now. You've got 2 on another trolley and 2 still in the crates. Archer and Anvil have now got this guy pinned down, and Archer has blown his whistle, not very well because of the sound of the fireworks still going off, but telling people to clear back. What do you guys want to do as he's doing this? Do you want to just try and keep pushing through and get those crates out of the way? Do you want to distract him one more time and try and finish it off?
I think I'll just like basically start like walking back after he's pinned down.
Yeah.
Where is their attention? I guess is my question. Is it still? Are we even an afterthought or even a thought?
Not particularly, no. But you're in their eyesight. They can see you. I guess it would look a little odd if you didn't fully clear away. You've got a bit of space. Like you're about the same distance as the other people on the other side. So like say like you guys are at the end of one of the carriages, you know, there's a few meters and there's that pile of crates and a few meters and the other pile of crates because this again is 4 crates. You guys are as far away as the other ones are, so you're not inconspicuous where you are, but at the same time it would seem probably a little weird if you just carried on.
Okay.
When he's told everyone to clear away and you've been right next to him in particular. But one trolley's gone. And also, I mean, it also, like, if you just suddenly started packing the goods and just walked away, he'd probably see that.
Yeah.
Despite the fact he's distracted, like, or someone would likely see
it.
It depends if you want to take that risk and just go, fuck it, we're just getting out of here now, like, we're just doing it. What else could you do? Crate smoking, look like it's about to explode, or he's about to believe explodes. I mean, I think he'd see that and go, fuck that, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Archer's got the other guy and dragging him away to get him clear of what could be an explosion, or what they believe could be an explosion. Or at least appears to be. He's blowing his whistle, telling people to clear out. I mean, you could just wait it out. That's an option. You could just wait it out, let them inspect the grenades, the carriage. How long do your smoke grenade go for?
I don't know. It comes down to like quality and tier, really.
Yeah.
Like so. I mean, like a normal smoke grenade, it just
so it'll be a little minute.
It won't lingers. Yeah. It provides cover and it's like choking basically. So if he opens the thingy, if he closes the crate, it's probably like less smoke coming out. It's more like a trail.
I guess what you probably do, you'd start interrogating the guy and go, "What have you got in there? What's that?" And the guy's like, "I don't know," and he starts pointing at you.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
The guy starts pointing at you. They're interrogating him to go, "What's in there?" They've got a clear distance from the blast radius where you guys are. You're fine there, but they're still looking around. Everyone's now looking at each other. And you see that Archer and the three blue coats, the woman's and who knows.
Okay, I'm gonna try and be the hero of the situation.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Everybody stand back! I know what I'm doing. I was a demolitions expert in the Acarosian army.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to stand back. Like that. And
I'm trying to he's not going to stop you.
No.
He's like, wow. Okay. Yeah.
So basically, I'll
true hero.
Yeah.
I'll get out like a satchel or a handbag, and basically like flip it open, and look at my fine tinkering tools.
Yeah.
I get them up so it's like oh where have these come from? But I guess they just look like general tools, do they? Or,
yeah, it's just like
tools.
There's like leather, roll wraps with all the stuff in it.
And I'll like remove like the lid of the crate basically, and I'm going to try and tinker the smoke grenade to try and get it to stop.
Okay, and the guy's screaming the whole time like, "Of course he does it, and you see Archer just like puts his arm on the guy and just like chokes his throat a little bit and just like cuts him off and like, "We'll talk to you when this is all done."
Can I set myself up with a command roll to get everyone's attention on me, like I'm making like a proper song and dance and show of it, like
nobody fear.
Okay, I know what I'm doing.
Risky standard. Just the risky is just being heard over the noise and the shouting and the screams.
So command is a 1 dice roll. It is a 6.
Oh my god!
Beautiful.
So you do it. Okay. You set yourself up very well. You've got a lot of the attention on you.
And then I'm going to try and tinker to turn off the smoke grenade.
Yeah, sure. Control, great. You know exactly what you're doing here.
4 and 2.
4 and 6. So 4 and 2. It takes you a little bit longer than you already thought it would have. Simply because you're having to do it while tinkering with the smoke coming out at you. But that might not be a bad thing. You do raise a bit of suspicion. Because it's like, the guy's going, he did it, through like choked words. He's, I don't know what he's done, but he did something, pointing at you. And now Anvil's just kind of like, rubbing his sash, going, just like, that's convenient, very lucky, aren't we? It's just, he's like pleased and he's happy to get dealt with, but there's that question mark against you. So maybe a little extra heat there.
I'll start rolling up my sleeves, show my credentials.
Do you want to roll the last roll? Or possibly the last roll?
Better be
the last roll. Alright, come on, Deathland Scavengers.
Oh my god, you got the 4.
We good.
So you got the 8 and they're gone, they're doing it, they're done, you're good.
I'm doing some good supervising.
I'm guessing you're pushing the trolley straight out there, second
straight
one.
out.
Yeah, so they've emptied the gears, they close it, and you just say like that, and you're like, I'm out of here, gone, and just put that cane to one side and just pushing that trolley. As you get to the edge of the platform, you see at the bottom now, Ramin has started picking it up from the trolley.
Yeah.
In the carriage. Cool, guys. So about a minute later, we'll say, Thaddeus, you disarm the smoke grenade. So some cheers and applause. Half of them are still watching the fireworks, which are now beginning to slowly die down. You can hear the bell of the fire brigade, or as they call the salamanders in Doskvol, the men of fire. Salamanders is the nickname, or the Sallies. But they're coming down now, and you can see they're starting to put like water in there, and they've got the hose on. But yeah, guys, looks like you got the first part of the score done, which is your 8 gear.
Is there any repercussions from being there? Like, do I have to do anything to try and dissuade the police? Sorry, the blue coats from like maybe convince them that I am.
After it's done, he'll want to talk to you, Anvil. Yeah, certainly. So what do you say or do to get him to basically let you go? You'll say like, I want to come down to the station, make a statement.
Okay, yeah, I'll go down to the station with him.
Yeah,
I'll make a statement. I'll sort of like
deny everything the guy said.
Yeah. I'll sort of like try and flaunt my credentials and like in true Thadeus fashion, he'll regale him with military tales where he's done this thing before. Like, did I tell you about when I was on the beaches in in
half an hour, the guy's like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'll sort of explain and maybe go into some of the more intricate details of explosive explosion or demolition, basically. Like, and sort of like explain all the different
Demolition beats mechanics.
Yeah. So I don't know what sort of role. Maybe just like a consort.
I mean, you can do a consort because he's very happy with you. He's a bit suspicious, but he's happy.
Yeah.
You could sway, try and convince him. I think either works. I think either is risky standard to me.
Yeah.
You could even try and command them and go like, "I told you."
I'm not really lying or trying to be deceptive. No. I'm just trying to play up some of the things that I've done. Really. Yeah. I guess it is deceptive in that.
I see it both ways. I think you could try and chat him up as a friend, even though he's not your friend. But you could try and be charming, or you can make a sway in the sense that you propose your argument. Say, "I'm not trying to lie to you. I'm telling you I did these things, and here's my." The argument is your credentials.
I think I'm going to go down the consort route.
Okay.
Because I think I'm going to be looking to look more normal and more like an oaf, and I think that's what someone who's normal would do. They wouldn't try and like overly convince the police. It's much better to just seem friendly, isn't it? In those sort of cases.
That's it. And the difference here, while it's both risky standard, the difference here would be if you fail, what the outcome will be, how he'd react to what you do.
Okay.
So you might do it on both of them, but if you fail on one of them, so either is risky standard. It's your call.
I'm gonna go.
It's reaction if you fail.
For consort with 1 die.
Consort 1 die.
And I got a 1.
And you got a 1. Okay. As you get to the station, you start giving your statement. It takes a little longer than you'd expect, and he asks you to start filling out more and more forms.
Okay.
And he asks you for more and more personal details, to the point that you're like, it doesn't sit right with you.
Right, okay.
You're starting to feel like they're starting to, in a very subtle way, try to interrogate or get more information.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to register somewhere.
Yeah, you haven't fully convinced them. You don't feel like you've got it. You don't feel like you've succeeded.
Yeah.
You haven't convinced him.
Okay.
You could continue on and to make a desperate roll and either come across as, and finally convince them, or come across as, the lady doth protest too much. You're trying to hide something now, or you could just let it lie and accept what happened. But you've definitely raised your suspicions now. You've gone that station, that's fine, but yeah, you've raised suspicions. You were in the right place at the right time and knew too much. That's his current perception of it. And the other guy, he believes, is saying that he had nothing to do with it and it was you. He just seems very suspicious. The whole thing's very suspicious. He's not sure who he believes, that's what you reckon, but he wants to have fully both sides of this and he's not willing to he's trying to subtly not let you go without getting the information he wants.
I think I'm going to cut my losses.
Okay.
I don't know how deeply they're going to dig at this minute. Maybe I'll just...
He asks for your name and your address. It said for routine follow-up questions is what he says.
I'll give him a fake name and address, I think.
Okay.
Is that a
yeah, you can absolutely do that. Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe, does documents come under ID, or would I have to?
Yeah, you can give documents. Yeah.
So okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Do a fortune roll for us.
Tier 1.
Tier 1. Just do a fortune roll, just out of curiosity. You've done it. You've got it. 1 again. Oh, the last one was okay.
I was expecting that to be a 6.
Okay, yeah. Okay, fine. Okay. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let you go.
We have to do something about that.
Yeah.
Anvil's getting knocked off.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking because we knew the nature of the distraction. We knew that it was going to be planting fake grenades. We could always come up with some documentation that implicates them or something.
We could maybe try and do something like that. Or could we do a flashback now?
If you want, yeah.
Maybe getting some documents which implicates the company or the person who was actually, transporting the goods at that time. Like forging some documents. Or do we need to find? Would need that as an asset.
It would honestly, you could do it. It would probably be a 2-stress flashback.
Right. Okay.
I mean, you could definitely do it. It's up to you want to take that hit. Because it could definitely help you. The reason I say 2-stress, you'll have to find, because Deathland scavengers won't always know who's on the train until they do it.
Of course.
So you'd have to find out from either the train companies who did it, or have it prepared that the moment you did, you could make calls, have it done almost immediately.
Oh, right, we could try. Is there some documentation we could rig up that doesn't implicate anyone specifically, but that does imply that there is a shipment of grenades coming
like a tip off.
Although,
The other option you could do is you could do that as your reduce heat as like an action. That could be quite a good downtime action.
Yeah.
Where like you suddenly supply a document, afterwards,
Yeah,
and you find out who it was, because that could be quite a good.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, we'll let it lie.
Let's
and see if it comes up as an issue. Should probably
Cool.
So the drugs themselves, or the ingredient itself, I suppose. I'm guessing we're going to put it to like a warehouse. Like, what have you got? Where's the map?
I think for now we're taking it to a warehouse in night
market, the storage,
Yeah.
and then we'll
try to start.
we
Yeah,
are
so-
a bit
No, if you keep going, where you're going. I mean,
a bit short of time this
Yeah.
week,
Yeah.
so we will do the other score next.
no, and we did say off camera, it'll probably be a two-parter.
Yeah.
Because it's quite a big score, this one, which is it was two major hurdles. The first hurdle is getting it into the city, which you've done. Second hurdle is now getting it.
Will we have downtime
across
before
the city.
that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Right.
could definitely store it. Storing it in night market's fine. The thing you've got now is moving a lot of goods without making any noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, we want to make.
How
Some,
many- like,
we
how
make,
many
want to
cra-
make one gang notice.
How many crates is this, and how big are those crates?
It's 8 small wooden boxes now.
It's small.
Oh, I think relatively small. If you imagine like the big 2-person crates, these are like now 1-person crates.
Okay.
So big crate
We've got
like
8
that at the bottom.
so
So it's
not
about. It takes 1 person to fully lift it. It will be a full carriage. Like it'll be a
Yeah.
full carriage load.
Yeah.
That was good.
So
Cool.
and it'll make the carriage
yeah.
weigh. Like the weight it will make the carriage harder to drive. Like it will definitely slow it down. It will be hard to manoeuvre if she has to manoeuvre fast. You know, Marine's a good driver, but if she's got a pursuit, it's definitely going to be more difficult for her with the sheer weight of it.
Yeah.
But we shall discuss these issues next week as we come to part 2 of this 2-part score. You'll still have downtime, but it'll be like, it's like that 2-part episode, isn't it? It's like, getting the drugs part 1, getting the drugs part 2.
Yeah.
So we'll get a reduced downtime.
You will get reduced downtime,
Wow.
yes. So guys, anything else you want to do? I think it's a good place to leave it there.
No.
Bit of a
Good place to
cliffhanger,
leave it.
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
So we'll pick up next week then, as you guys attempt to move these drugs across the city.
If we just want to make this a regular thing, we just have to keep building fireworks shops, right?
True. Invest in
You'll start
fireworks
financing
shops.
fireworks shops. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, guys, it was awesome fun. I love the some crazy stuff tonight. It's always good stuff. Thank you always for sticking with us.
Yeah, cheers.
And feel free to, as always, stick around after the credits, where we'll be in the chat, this up and away, discussing tonight's episode and do an experience. If you want to just hang out and just kind of do more mechanic side of it, and we just chat and discuss the episode, just come hang out for a bit. Always welcome.
Due to time constraints, it's going to be a very short experience section this week.
Yeah, it'll be a fast one tonight, but we'll be back next Saturday as usual with back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yes.
Again, as always, guys, thank you for hanging out with us. Truly appreciate it. Next Saturday is 29th. Is it
Yeah.
29th?
Yes, it is.
So next Saturday we will be live on the 29th, 7 o'clock UK time, Twitch.
Yeah.
And then loaded on YouTube, the Sunday part 1 Sunday, part 2 Monday. If you can't get enough Blades, do check us out, Gilda Gaming on YouTube. And as always, if you do want to support the channel, you can buy us a coffee. Well, I always want to call it a Kofi, but it's a coffee, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I always pronounce it Kofi. I'm not
Kofi.
Sure.
It's in the doobly-doo on Twitch, which Dan, I presume you can link to. Or
Doobly-doo means description.
The
But actually,
description.
on Twitch, it's called panels. But
The panels on Twitch, if you want to do it
Panels.
on there. Thank you to everyone that has supported the channel. It truly, truly means the world. It still blows me away that there's people out there who want to support us, and that's awesome. And we do this because we love it, and we hope you enjoy it. And it is great, the feedback, and I love being in the chat. It's just awesome having this community. It feels like I'm playing with not just you guys, but with a whole group of people.
Yeah,
It's an absolutely
definitely.
awesome feeling. So thank you so much.
And on that note, definitely looking forward to going live again.
Oh yeah, can't wait to go live. Absolutely.
Follow us on Twitter so you don't miss it as well.
Oh yes, where you,
You
can
know,
get
so-
exclusive looks behind the scenes.
Yeah,
looks.
get some publications, and plus you won't miss when we upload and when we go live, because we do it like 10 minutes before. So
Absolutely. And you post some awesome stuff. Lewis posts like exclusive material, props we use, newspaper articles. It's really cool stuff.
I think this or last week's.
Yeah.
Last week's. I'm talking in the future now. Like, I think last week's is a calendar basically with all the stuff we've done. So I'm going to have like some circled
Dates,
locations,
deaths,
dates, and deaths and stuff like that. It should be fun.
So you have the official Blackwater Exchange calendar.
Yeah. Yeah.
The nefarious calendar for the nefarious deeds. But awesome, yeah, do follow us on Twitch. You can follow us each other, myself on Instagram. Again, my description is in the panel or the link description.
Yeah, mine's there as well.
Yeah, basically, our social media's down
Mine's there, but it's a Twitter.
Check us out. That's it, isn't it, guys? Anything else? Any other notifications?
No, that's it. Great fun tonight.
That's it.
It was
Cool,
good.
guys. Have an amazing Christmas. Thank you so much for sticking with us, and we will see you before New Year. So for now, I will just say have a great Christmas and have a great Boxing Day, and spend time with your loved ones. But until then, from the foggy streets of Doskvol, see you in the dusk. Have a nice evening.
See you.
Take care. Awesome. Who wants to go first for experience?
It's your turn.
It's your turn.
No, it's not my turn.
It's your
my
turn.
What if it's the
Alright.
gang's turn?
Okay.
Actually, yeah, it's the gang turn.
And followed by, which one of your turn will it be afterwards?
Acquire product supply, execute clandestine covert sales, or secure new territory.
Yeah, if you have to do that, you've got
That's
a huge supply.
To
Massive.
supply.
No, literally 8 times the usual amount.
Yeah.
Contend with challenges above your current station. I mean, we decided to go to war against,
going to
against
war is
the
definitely
vultures,
a one
but
there.
we haven't really contended with that. But I guess that's...
I don't know. You contended with it a little bit. I think like it definitely a 1 for me.
There's also the corrupt bluecoats as well. So I think that's kind of a.
I don't know what tier they are.
Well, the blue coats for a start, and you did.
In fact, yeah, they are bluecoats for a start, and we are talking now about like contending with the friggin'.
You know what?
Assassins
Yeah, I
and
think you're right. I
Blackwater.
think it's a 2. Like,
I think that is.
Yeah, I think you were totally like, we'll take them all on.
Yeah, let's take
absolutely.
them all.
Yeah, at first I was thinking of 1, but you're right. That blue coat thing was quite big, and it wasn't just like, oh, please give it to us. You're like, no, we're going to do this.
We're gonna fuck them up.
Bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one. Our reputation is professional and ambitious.
I honestly feel like I'm not just
Some
saying
more
it.
ambitions.
I feel like it's a 2. I really do. The reason I feel like a 2 for me is you made a promise to the Deathline Scavengers to do it, and you did it. You come through and you did it. It was 8. That's professional for me. The ambitious side comes from the fact that you had 8 times the normal amount. You know, professional for me would be like, we'll help you do it. Ambitious is we want you to not just double, triple it, quadruple it. We're to do about 8 times, like octagonal it, and we're going to help you do it on top of that.
I'd say the ambition as well comes through on
The blue coat
the war.
side?
The war, I'd
The
say.
war, yeah,
I don't
the
know,
whole
like
lot.
more than
But
previous.
even like the blue coats, I think again, I say the whole argument applies again of well, we take it all on, that's ambitious and professional. And even the way it was dealt with, like, no, I stuck to my guns. The risky fail, I went desperate. I stuck to my guns. I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. It wasn't like oh yeah, all right, fuck it, or it was just like the conviction was the word you used, and it was the conviction, which to me is professionalism again.
Okay.
Fuck me, that's 6 so far.
2. Express goals, drives in a conflict or essential nature. I don't think that happened that much in terms of
There was no real conflict in the crew. You just got on with the job.
defining the.
Well, that's very
I don't think we defined
Essential
the
nature.
Black Exchange. Sorry, the Blackwater Exchange in any further way. If you know what I mean.
No. Nothing jumps out at me in that one. I feel the other ones have secured. What is it again? It's drives.
Goals, drives, any conflicts or essential nature. The only one that I can think of in this is like, you're basically not telling Merrick about the firework display. I just thought that was funny.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's up to you guys on that one. Because I think that might come the personal up to you guys. I'm happy to go 1 or happy not. You totally your call.
I'd say it's probably a half for that. So unless we can think of something else, for the other half.
I mean, if we're talking goals, like the sheer expansion, just like getting this amount of supply, going at the Lampblacks and the Red Sashes, like, we are expanding rapidly, and that is...
I feel like
I mean,
it's becoming the other ones.
it's very much covered in the rep. But
Yeah, I'd say I'd say 6 is
six.
fair. Yeah.
6 is fair. I mean, 6 is a lot. 6 out of 8 is not bad.
It's with every session, it seems to swing into different territories, and we get experience. More experience for different things, really. So, like, this one wasn't massively RP. We had to make decisions more than anything, and sort of react to what your PCs were doing, basically. So there was a bit of role playing there, but like we both had a similar amount.
True.
But in terms of concentrating on what the gang's about, I think it was less, but we did a lot of our intent was in there. So that's why
I think 6 is right. So. Yeah, you had the job, you did it, and you've done the first half certainly.
Was it me? Or was it you last time? I'll go next then. I didn't do any desperate actions this week.
No.
Which is
I did 2.
I know.
I did 2.
What is
you were
this?
talking to those crooked blue coats. I would have been scared in that case.
To Merrick shines, man. He has a belief and doesn't give in.
Addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem.
Yes. Fireworks,
probably
dear God.
2.
And the grenade, 2. Yeah, the grenade, the fireworks, I think 2.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage or background. I mean, I used them.
Definitely at least a 1 because you were like, I was in the Scot military. I know what I'm doing here. Let me deal with that. That's what jumps out to me. Anything else?
No, like I said, I think in terms of an RP wise, I use that as an opportunity more than anything. Like if I didn't do that, I probably would get 0. So yeah, you probably
I think 1 seems fair.
Seems one seems fair. And then I didn't struggle with issues from my vice traumas during the session.
No.
My family were okay this week.
Yes, they were. First time. Please call me back.
So that is 3 XP.
Nice. Merrick.
Well, first up, one of those desperate actions filled up my resolve meter, so
nice.
I'm going to take a point in command, I think.
Oh, nice. That silver tongue can be a bit more of a silver whip now.
Yeah, I'm going to get my 4th resolve thing, so I've got like 4 points in resolve. Nice. So you're going for like 1 in everything. I'm just going for like everything.
Everything in resolve, yeah. How can I talk my way out of this?
Yeah, pretty much. So I got 2 experience from desperate actions this session. I addressed a challenge with deception or influence.
2. Straight up. I made note of these. First one, because there's a couple. The blue coats, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I made there was definitely I had 2 for specific reasons. What was the other one? It was. You did a lot of consorting, I know.
Yeah.
You did it with LaRose. It's definitely 2. You did it with LaRose. You swayed LaRose rather than consort with him.
I mean, you bribed the police officer.
You bribed the police officer. There were several instances where you used your tongue and your ambition. The Centralia Club to get the asset.
That was totally
so 4. Sorry, so 2 XP there.
4, sweet. I'll take. Beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
I think the beliefs is definitely 1, minimum 1. Again, I know it falls under the ambition there, but it was like Merrick's belief in what he was selling and doing for me.
Yeah.
When you say like, the conviction, I believe what I'm saying, I'm going to push this act. I'm not going to. They've not agreed with it, but I'm going to make them believe it.
Yeah, I don't think there was a lot about heritage or background.
Not particularly, don't really come up with anything, 'cause it's just more what he did.
Yeah. So I'll take 1 for that. Issues from vice or trauma.
No issues.
Oh, not really.
Because you guys are so damn mentally healthy, right?
At the minute.
I
mean, I'm on 6 stress. This is where I want to be.
You both on 6 stress.
I get 2 downtime activities next week, and you get 1.
So yeah, so 3, 5 with desperate. 5 with desperate.
Yeah, you do well today.
5 total. 3.
6 on the Hawkers. Nice.
Yeah. I'm also going to go back over all the episodes and make sure I've done my experience right, because I don't think I have.
We noticed that I've been writing some of them down as opposed to actually adding it on.
It's like I just want a high score.
Well, how many pips have you got?
How many pips?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5.
You've
6,
had a lot more
7,
experience
8,
than me.
9, 10. I only had a few more. I mean, I've had
How
more
many
desperate
playbook
rolls.
advantages have you got?
I've got 2.
2 and 2. Oh,
You might have missed some out actually. Then if you're on 10 and I'm on 12.
I think I probably have.
But
I'll
none of mine are full
reconcile.
actually, and you're full. Oh no, you've got.
Yeah.
Which ones are you?
You have to check
I've got
it.
3
It
in
takes
that,
a few
1 in
minutes,
that.
doesn't it?
You only
That's
have-
empty.
That's empty.
That's empty now.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
So.
I honestly cannot work out the system you are running here. It's just like it's like 2 crosses means empty,
Yeah.
but like 1 means full, but in the opposite direction.
Okay, I get it.
I was like, no wonder you you think you might have missed some experience, like the way you were running that playbook. Yeah, it is like your books. Like you can look at it through like one lens, and it'll be like one way. And yeah.
It's because I'm one of those heretics that uses a pen on the character sheet.
Oh well, you do you.
You do you, Dan. You do you. Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Great score. I really enjoyed tonight.
Yeah,
it was really fun.
No, that was awesome. For the very adventurous.
And
I love it. I love it when I don't know what's going to happen, and I just love it.
I just love like we had a really nice calm like score, and then as soon as you took over, it's like fireworks shots. Tell me about fireworks.
Where Thadeus walks, hail fireworks.
Yeah, I was gonna. That's why I was trying to do the survey, because if it went badly or like looked like it was going to go badly, I was going to do the survey, and if that survey went badly, I was going to give the signal anyway. Like, if it was going well, I was going to give the signal, like because I misjudged the situation to a degree.
Yeah, that's what I was
like I was going to do that.
I don't know. I'm not going to risk it.
Yeah,
awesome.
I see like Merrick like shaking hands. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna get him in a headlock. I'm like,
Merrick's like, thank you for doing a deal. That's great.
Yeah.
We'll be on your way,
Like,
and then suddenly explosions. Awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Right, guys, absolutely loved it, and we'll pick up next week then to see how you guys get that across the city. I'm excited to see that, man. Part 2.
I'm
two-parter, first two-parter.
I'm actually more excited. Well, even more excited about next week now to
go live as well.
It's kind of a two-parter. If we're doing like downtime and everything between the two,
Yeah.
it's pretty much.
Well, maybe we'll figure that out next week if you do
Yeah.
want to do downtime or not. Or we could even say is that maybe if you do downtime, there might be other things like it might be maybe do a risk reward.
Yeah, because I mean, if we wait longer to ship it and
Yeah.
do downtime, then maybe there's a chance that other
other
like
gangs will
the
get
vultures
rolls.
or
Exactly.
Other gangs
I'm
will get
almost
downtime.
thinking we don't want a downtime while we're at war because all the gangs will just get more ahead. So
Is that
I think we should probably just go straight to score.
we could look at that next week.
We can look at it next week.
Yeah, we can say, do you want to store it or do you want to go straight through it? That's an
We can always
we
pay-
can have that conversation.
we can always pay coin as well to do a downtime activity as a flashback.
You can, yes.
So you can take a stress, pay a coin,
yeah.
and then do a flashback as a downtime activity.
That's
You know, if we needed an asset or
If we need
something
something,
set
I
it up.
like it. Let's discuss it next week. 'Cause I really like the
That's
idea of that. Of seeing the pros and cons of you've got a lot of guts. Do you want to move it or not? Awesome. Thank you for sticking with us, guys, and we'll see you next week. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Nice one.
It's even longer than a week for us, though, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So it's just over a week.
Awesome.
I'm going to be even more pumped then. Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Awesome. Have a nice evening, guys.
Yeah, see you.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, babe.
Some things never change. We fall.